It's not my or your job to come up with really good ideas about God or what we could do for God. It's God's job to stir our hearts to want to do and then to do the thing he wants us to do. I mean, that's all the pressure's on God. I mean, do you get that? This should be releasing. It's not about works, right? It's about the work of God in us. It's not about, okay, let's impress God with it's what is it God's trying to stir on us to do today? What's the thing God's working in you individually in this period of time of your life? What's the thing he's working on you in? That's all you got to respond to. Just do what you're told. Do what God's stirring you to do. It's not more complicated than that. And so many times we get so caught up, that whole phrase, let go. I see bumper stickers say, let go and let God. That's really I know what they mean, but that's not a very good thing. That's not the right way to look at that. It's really, get in there with God is more of a way to look at it. That you have a role to play. You seek first God, his kingdom, his way of doing things, his righteousness. He'll take care of all the details. You take really serious, you own the journey of your spiritual development process. You take really serious the work of the Holy Spirit in you and the salvation and the life change he wants to put in your life. You really focus on that. And while you're doing that, trust him to stir you and respond. Now, I'll get to this in a second, but one of the hangups is our heads and our hearts aren't right. So when God stirs us, we've already decided against it. I'm not going to change. I'm just not going to. I've been this way my whole life. I'm going to be this way. This is what it's going to be. God can deal with it. Now, you would never want to own that that's how you think, right? Don't raise your hands again, but sometimes we think that way? I've done plenty. I've changed enough. I've volunteered enough. I've given enough. I've responded enough. For heaven's sakes, I show up over there all the time. I read my Bible. I do my thing. Whatever the thing is. And sometimes we have this attitude with God. It's like we're really well-behaved followers of Christ until he asks us to actually follow him. Are you tracking? It's like in the general sense of following him, we're all good. Yes, we're following him. We are followers of Christ. We love Jesus. This is awesome. Until he calls us by name and says, come follow me. I want to do this in you. I want to operate this way in you. I want to transform this in you. And then we decide, well, I'm not really that good of a follower of Christ. We have our reasons and our excuses and our things that make us uncomfortable. And I just really get stretched, or I get worried, or I get fearful, or I'm afraid of this, or I'm afraid of that. What we're really saying, those things have more control of us than the Spirit of God has. That's what we're really saying. Make it really, 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 really simple. You don't have to do anything to make God love you. He already loves you unconditionally.